But I was interested, Eric, just to see how you found the kind of role of this film, because you're filming the artwork. So the artwork itself has this message. How do you then sort of relay that by adding to this film layer? I mean, I'm sure it's the world's first ever GoPro on a flip-flop, right? That's got to be the first ever footage
100%.
of the GoPro.
Waiting for my Oscar for that.
Yeah, really innovative journey of this thing. But so how do you, when you're faced with a piece of art that speaks for itself and has this incredible message and obviously is visually beautiful, how do you kind of do it justice by then making another piece of art about the piece of art, if you see what I mean? Like artception.
It's very meta. No, that was the big challenge. Like, how do you relate this piece of abstract art into our personal lives? And it took a long time. Actually, we had a lot of talks and meetings about it, and Lena actually led us through an exercise, and it was, what if we were a piece of plastic? And one of her favorites is a flip-flop, and and it was very like hippie for me, I'll say. And it was like, how are we feeling? What is our purpose? What is our emotion? And I remember thinking at the time, like, oh my gosh, here we go. Like why are we doing this? But then, we all wrote down, took notes. And then later we're like, well, how do we relate this film, to people in their regular lives? And we're like, well, we could use a piece of plastic that people use, people, have, and people that discard very easily. And so then eventually, well, that's a flip-flop. And we'd already thought about, what if the flip-flop was a person, or what if flip-flop was a character? And so then it kind of became incorporating this new character into our documentary that ended up being the flip-flop. And all that, thinking that we had done lended itself to that. So we use that flip-flop, something that everyone buys. It breaks really easily. It discarded pretty easily. You don't think about it. And then having that journey connect with that piece of artwork in the end kind of hopefully brings it full circle.
Absolutely.
To see like how you could, not thinking about it, you could contribute to this problem.
And again, like you say, it's a character. It's a very different character than Wayan. I don't know if this flip-flop has a name, but he's a very different character.
It doesn't, actually.
But again, it's about that relatability and about that connection, which then leads us into the artwork. It's beautiful because it makes you feel that you are directly contributing to this artwork, which is beautiful and scary at the same time. So I think it's definitely a very effective kind of prop kind of method to get us into that, rather than just saying, look, here's this artwork, look at it, it's finished piece, So I do love that development of it, and I think it's nice that then Lena has the artwork and then she has the film about it, the kind of the meta layers on there as well.